I think if I'm looking at high growth opportunity areas, or certainly areas that DOE has prioritized, we are putting a heavy emphasis in areas like energy storage, in areas like critical minerals, and in areas like circular economy. And there's a lot of reasons. It's not everything we do, but those are a few things that we see as vital to the future. And a couple of the things I'd add to that list, really to round it out, would be things like the digitalization and cybersecurity of our energy sector, and also grid integration in general. So when you look at, let's talk about some of those grid-facing technologies first. So when you're talking about the future of our energy system, it's changing dramatically, and it's been changing much faster than most people anticipated. I mean, 5-10 years ago, no one would have guessed that the United States would be the #1 producer of oil and natural gas in the world, exporting LNG to 36 countries, but also be one of the leading wind and solar producers, seeing how quickly costs for renewable energy have declined, seeing how rapidly electric vehicle battery costs have declined, seeing how cheap LED light bulbs have gotten. And these are technological innovations that are driving massive changes in the energy system. And the big challenge moving forward, because of this rapidly evolving system, at least in the electricity generation side, is less about having affordable kilowatt hours of electricity, because we have a lot of low-cost sources of supply. The bigger challenge moving forward is going to be, how do you integrate all of these new technologies together in a way that maintains an affordable, reliable, resilient, and clean energy system? And that's where technologies like energy storage come into play. So earlier this year, Secretary Bruyette announced the DOE Energy Storage Grand Challenge, which is DOE's first ever comprehensive strategy to position the U.S. for global leadership in the energy storage technologies of the future. And not just in the research and development, but also the manufacturing of new technologies. We have a motto here at DOE with the Energy Storage Grand Challenge that basically says, our goal is to innovate here, to make here, and deploy everywhere. And so we have to be able to do all of the early stage research and development, but also commercialize and demonstrate technologies. And that's where groups like Brite Energy can play such a vital role in terms of working with the private sector, entrepreneurs, building an innovation ecosystem that can support the commercialization and the scale up of entirely new industries. I mean, the electric vehicle battery market, as Rick knows very well, in what is rapidly becoming Voltage Valley there in Ohio and across the Midwest and other parts of the country, didn't exist several years ago. People were not thinking about this, but because EV battery costs have come down so dramatically, and you're seeing a lot of automakers, big and small, startup auto companies breaking into this market, some of which Brite has funded and sponsored, there's a huge opportunity to get involved in the energy storage market. But that's not just on the transportation side, although that's what's driving EV battery deployment in the short term. There's also grid scale battery storage. And so a lot of people are looking at deploying lithium ion technology on the grid. But beyond lithium ion technology, we're going to need other forms of storage that are better at long duration. So lithium ion batteries are great for electric vehicles, but they're not so great if you're trying to prepare for an electric grid that has high penetrations of wind and solar. You need longer forms of storage, long duration storage. So that can be anything from redox flow batteries, new battery chemistries, but also energy storage technologies that go beyond batteries, and even technologies that go beyond storage, right? So because the goal ultimately is flexibility and resiliency, and storage is one tool in the toolkit, but it's not the only tool.
Farmers National Bank is a proud partner of United Way in its annual campaign. We believe in standing strong, in making communities better, and making a difference.
And you can make a huge impact by visiting our website, www.ymvunitedway.org. Live United.